Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. All blessings, honor, glory, and power be unto the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahweh Shai. And double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And salutations to the elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, my name is Amon Gabar, back with another quick and transit lesson. You know, this will be short, straight and to the point, Lord's will. But as the title say, and I get that from 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8, where it says, bodily exercise profiteth little. All right, but godliness edifieth. You know, I'm gonna have it up here so you can read it for yourself. But you know, we bring that out very, you know, from time to time. Actually, I didn't bring that out in a minute. I haven't brought that out in a minute. But you know, the scriptures say bodily exercise profiteth little, meaning with these bodies, you know, these chains of darkness, there's little profit in exercising it, but it's profitable to a degree. It's profitable to an extent, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, we try to follow a good diet, you know, and you see the body, how it works, you know, without going too deep and getting all crazy or whatever. You know, Lord willing, I could do that another time when I'm not in transit. But, you know, everything, you know, it's supposed to be in sync with each other, such as diet, exercise, and sleep. All right, diet, exercise, and sleep. Now, you can have a good diet, but if you ain't getting no sleep, then you're taking away from a major part of, you know, your bodily function, such as recovery. You know, when you sleep, your body is recovering from a day's work or a day's whatever. Your nervous system needs to reboot. You know, that's when you build a lot of white blood cells. That's when a lot of cells regenerate. That's when your HGH, your human growth hormones, spikes. You know, your endocrine system and all of that is at work when you are sleeping. You know what I'm saying? And I could go into sleep because I did a lot of research on sleep years ago because I was having sleep issues, insomnia. You know, that which was Satan, which was a damn spirit that just was, you know, just messing with my sleep cycle. You know, but through the Spirit of the Lord, that's taken care of. The Lord removed that spirit, you know, demon years ago. But now, you know, I pay a lot of attention to my sleep, as well as I try my best to, you know, or we should try our best to follow a proper diet. You know, eating habits, don't overconsume food. The scriptures go into that in the Apocrypha about excess meats and all of that. You know, and back to the exercise, you know, it's good to exercise your body to a degree, to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what the Lord gave us. This is our vehicles. Just like you would take care of a car, exercise is just maintenance that you would do in a vehicle. You got to maintain your vehicle, get a tune-up, you know, every now and then. You know, you got to clean it, wash it, whatever. You know, take care of the mechanical functions of it. So that's like exercising. And then you got to rest your vehicle every now and then. You can't drive it 24/7. You know, you got to rest it, give it a good rest. And fuel it up from time to time, change the oil, and give it everything it needs in order to be a long-lasting vehicle. And that's like our bodies. All right, the scriptures say that our bodies are a temple of the Most High. So we got to treat it as such, you know. Easier, you know, said than done, of course, in the society that we live in. But exercise is good, you know. You feel good. In my line of work, without exercising, I would feel sluggish as all hell, and I would not want to be there. I would not want to be there. I'd be dragging my feet, you know. But with, you know, a decent amount of exercise, with good exercising, I'm more motivated to do what I do. You know, you have good sleep at night. You wake up great, feeling great. Your body, you know, your muscles is active. Your lungs, your cardiac system is active. Everything is active when you're exercising. You're moving your body. I was gonna say something else, but oh yeah, like Paul made that statement because, you know, during that time you had these jigs that were all into the Roman ways, you know, which were the Greek ways of exercise, hitting the gym, just like you got the Mr. Olympias today, you know, that extreme bodybuilding, the Schwarzeneggers, the Lee Haneys and all these guys, just like you got them, you know, you got Jake doing that today, Ronnie Coleman's and all that, you know. But hey, Lord willing, I reach my destination. Lord willing, I'll do a follow-up to this. You know, this could be a part 1. I'll do a follow-up to this, Lord willing. You know, so with that, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Till next time, shalom.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, and verse 8. And it says, "For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come." I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you brothers out here, man, that are laboring and enduring the elements, making your body a living sacrifice, trying to seal the elect, while also making your calling and election assured. And to you sisters out there that are learning, listening, applying, being obedient to your husbands. Shalom, shalom. All right. This is the brother Zachariah come back to you with another Highways and Byways lesson. And I'm titled this one, Bodily Exercise Profited Little. And as you saw the video in the beginning, it was of the brother Amawan Gabar. He's of I'm just gonna say he's from the East Coast. I'm not sure if he's from New York or Jersey, but it's one of the two. But I've been watching his videos for years, man, and I stumbled across that video, which his video was titled pretty much the same thing. And he was just going into you know, about the gyms and all that. So I just wanted to you know, kind of like go into that as well, you know, because it's been a heavy thing, especially with you know, a lot of Jakes and stuff like that, especially in this truth, man, you know. So we just want to go into it and get a good understanding and everything of it. Now the brother said a lot in that video, because make no mistake, going to gyms and exercising is not going off, you know, but you know, you got brothers that could go overboard with it, you know. Like, here's a few examples. Jake can go overboard with it, you know, as you see in the video clips, you know, just being extra, doing extra, you know, and it just being in those gyms, man, to me, you know, it could put a spirit on you, man. You know, it tells you in the last days, men will be lovers of themselves, you know, and you start to see a lot of Jakes in this truth. You know, you stumble across their Instagram pages. And at one point they were on fire pushing truth on there. Then all of a sudden they just stop. And then you look on their page and it's just all exercise. You know, the brothers in gym doing push-ups and stuff. And, you know, you have women that follow you that might be married women. And you can say, well, they can unfollow me and stuff. Well, they were looking at you. They followed your page because you was pushing truth. You know what I'm saying? But then when you're doing all that and they're a married woman, that could provoke them to lust after you. You know, even though they're married. So you want to be careful, you know what I'm saying, in this thing. You know, you don't want to, you know, you might be posing or push-ups and you ain't got a shirt on, or you showing your muscles, your flesh and stuff. You know, we speak on how women should be covered. I feel like us men, we need to do the same. You know, you can't see old records of us walking around showing off our muscles and all that. You know what I'm saying? We were clothed. We were covered up too, you know, causing women to err. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be careful. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to follow in the footsteps of Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be very careful about what you do on these platforms, you know, because everything's being recorded. You know, I had got into it with some brothers a while back. You know, they were coming against me, but I made a point about how, you know, I was like, you know, we pushing truth on these platforms. So then they just went and they came up with a new thing saying, oh, from here on out, you want to get edified, go to our YouTube channel, you know, and we're only going to push truth on there. Well, looking at their other platforms and their other pages, there was no works and stuff on there. That's like they deleted all their content and they just started putting nothing but exercise. And to me, that's going off, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, they might not see it that way, but I'm like, man, you know, all these platforms, you know, because they could say, well, the only one that matters is YouTube. You know, where's that in the scriptures? If there was any if that's the case, then why are you sharing stuff off of TikTok? Oh, this TikTok video, check this out, y'all. What's the, you know what I'm saying? You should just share content off of YouTube, because that's the only way you can get edified, right? So Jake will say anything, especially when they try to come up against you, but you have comebacks, and you can come back on them. So then they try to make a new thing up. But we're going to go into this exercise thing and show, like, it's not really going off, but I think, like, honestly, Jake should get a setup, get your own setup, or, in your backyard or something, do push-ups in your house. I don't know, your residence or however you live or whatever, but if you have a house, maybe a basement or something, maybe get a nice little setup and do your own workout without having to go to these places, and I'm gonna go into it more in depth to why, these gyms, it's a vibration. It's not really of our custom anyways, So now if you have an itch for history, you're gonna learn that these gyms are not an Israelite custom, okay? This goes back to like the Romans and Greeks and stuff like that. And what they've done in those days, they would have men and young boys in there exercising naked or wrestling. You know what I'm saying? This is with the wrestling stuff, like you see today. They got clothes on, but still in a way they kind of are naked. Some of them are just in underwear and knee pads. But all that stuff goes back to then the Roman Empire, man. And a lot of Jakes was in that. You know what I'm saying? They were cleaved onto Esau, or they were living there as Grecians or Romans or whatever. So they was trapped off into that. And another reason why I feel like the gyms are not a suitable place for Jake is because, like, modern day, you got women that are coming in there with provocative clothes. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Showing off their behind and their breasts and things, and it could cause you to go off. We know what Sirach 25 and 21 says. Stumble not at a woman, at the beauty of a woman and everything, because a lot of men have, man, and it'll cause you to lust. So a lot of them Jakes, man, they some Jakes ain't slick. There can be some sincere brothers going in there to work out, but there's Jakes, they might go in there because they know they're gonna see women in there, with those provocative clothes. And it can cause Jake to lust. And it's truth, man. So you want to beware of that. Okay? But I'm going to go ahead and go to the book of 1 Maccabees. And we're going to read chapter 1 and verses 13 through 15. Okay? It says, Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. These are the Israelites, man. Doing things as with the heathen were doing, okay? And this is what I'm looking for right here, verse 14. It says, Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. So, they had these gyms and all that set up, these places of exercise in the Holy Land, okay? So it says, according to the customs of the heathen. Okay, it says, it made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. Okay, so I mean, we were going off, man. We're going off doing that, and like I said, it don't say it here in the scriptures about how they were exercising naked, but I'm gonna pull up something here real quick. All right. And we're going to go to the Strong's Concordance, and we're going to go to this word. It's number, let's see, 1128, and it says gymnazo, a verb. It's kind of like pretty much saying gym or gymnasium, I guess. And it says to exercise naked, to train, okay? Let's see, to train naked or wearing a loincloth. Properly, it says naked or lightly clad, as if with ancient Greek athletes in a sporting event. To train with one's full effort. Okay, full effort with complete physical, emotional force, like when working out intensively in a gymnasium. So yeah, there it is right there. And and that's the problem with a lot of jakes. They don't understand that this goes back to these people, man. This was a custom of them. This is why when you look at a lot of they statues and things like that, they have those, I guess what they call great men, and they all muscular and flexing, but they all are nude, naked. You know what I'm saying? That's no coincidence. This is what Esau and them they're into. They're into all that, man. And so we don't want to be a part of that, and that's why I say Jake needs to be careful, and even though you might be sincere, you could be in there and you could have some type of men in there lusting after you, looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Because make no mistake, man, a lot of those sodomites, man, are into weightlifting. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it in the movies how a lot of them guys. It was a movie, Jason Statham. I would think it was called The Mechanic, and he was like a trained assassin, but he was training this boy in the movie, or a young man, I should say. And but he was very, he was a slim guy, very small and slim. But he sent them in after this guy, and he told him that the guy was a sodomite, but the guy was huge. He looked like he was about 6'9", about almost 7 foot. Big dude, man, and very muscular and stuff like that. And that's a lot. You see a lot of them sodomites, man, especially out there in the Cali area. Them guys are muscular and stuff, cause they into the weightlifting and all that, but they sodomites, man. And dude was he almost got killed because he was trying to fight that guy, man. Go toe to toe with that guy, and that guy was huge, man. Big sodomite, and a lot of them are like that, and that's why you need to be careful, man, because you be in there and them guys is looking and stuff like that. It's a spirit, with that place. But like I said again, working out is not going off, but be careful and move wisely, because exercise really is good. And like I said, it profiteth little. It does something, because again, these bodies of ours are the temple. They're the temple of Yahweh. So, and that's 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16 through 17, okay? So, it goes into how, we are the temple of God and we shouldn't defile it and all that, which, you could defile it with the stuff that you take in, as like food and bad water and stuff too. Drugs, smoking weed and all that type of stuff. Those medicines that are no value and things like that. That stuff do harmful to your temple and stuff like that. Maybe some of the things you watch and stuff like that can be harmful, to your mind, your spirit and all that, But like I said, this is a temple, so you want to take care of it. So like I said, there's nothing wrong. I'm at the spot. I could do a couple push-ups, some sit-ups, do a few little things from home. I do maybe some walks, might even get into a little jogging or something. You can do things like that. It's not always about a gym and lifting weights and stuff and being all like, Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that. There's some jakes and it's truth that be off that type of Arnold Schwarzenegger spirit, so just want to be careful, okay? But, like I said, so we take care of our bodies, which also means to get rest, get the proper sleep, and also watch what you eat and you drink, okay? Which I got a video of Jake going into talking about the sleep. So check this out real quick.
I try to eat with the sun. It's called circadian rhythm.
Okay.
So as the sun starts to go down, that's when I stop eating.
Okay.
And that's really important because it takes about 4 hours for your food to digest. Anyway.
Yeah.
And the sun is going down now around about 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay. So 4 hours later, it's about 11 o'clock.
Right.
Okay. So most people are going to sleep before 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you want to give your body the opportunity to digest the food before you lay down, because now you're going against gravity. Your body's horizontal. Okay? Make sense?
Makes sense.
And so as a result, now, if you eat before the sun goes down, now your body has digested the food. And instead of you having unrestful sleep, because most people are having unrestful sleep, because instead of them resting, their body is digesting.
Ooh.
And digestion takes the most energy of any system in our body. That's why when you eat a lot for Thanksgiving, it literally puts you out. It makes you comatose.
Absolutely.
Because your body is saying, all right, this is too much work. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix this all up. And then when you wake up, what happens? You got to urinate. You got to have a bowel movement.
Yes.
Your body's been working. But this is why so many people don't sleep well, because they're eating so late.
Okay. So yeah, what the Jake said, man, was very, very informative and everything, and talking about these foods and stuff like that. We know Esau has purposely put, these bad foods in the grocery stores and stuff like that, and it's to keep you sick and stuff like that. He's experimenting. They do stuff in these labs. That's why they call it GMOs, genetically modified organisms. The food, part of that good health and good estate. Like I was saying, brothers use that, but it's also watching what you eat. I've watched brothers before they do their lessons or they in the beginning of their video, and they'll be gulping down a Coke. You know what I'm saying? We know that Coke ain't good for us, so why are you drinking that shit, man? Excuse my language, but man, I see Jake doing that, and it's like, come on, come on, Jake. That's Jake's in his truth that still eat fast food, knowing that stuff ain't no good for us, man. That stuff ain't real ground beef and stuff. Some of it has been proven to be horse meat. They were saying like the stuff with Taco Bell, man. So you want to be careful. We know, man, a lot of that stuff ain't no good for us, and a lot of Jakes are still eating that stuff even in his truth, man. When I woke up to this truth, man, it's just like a spirit hit me to where I just wanted to just be careful about what I eat and everything. And we're not perfect. We know in the book of Ezekiel it tells you you'll eat defiled bread, so you learn something every day. You might been eating something in this truth, and then you come to find out it's tampered with something. So then, what do? Do you continue eating it, or you just say, hey, man, I'm going to do away with that because, I want to take care of my temple. No wonder I've been having this weird cough or something like that. So you want to be careful, Jake, and just be wise, man. Okay? Here's a few clips, a few more clips showing how wicked Esau is as far as like what he's doing with his food and stuff like that. So
Nazi scientists knew that there were certain things, chemicals that they could put in food and water and medication to dumb down the brain, damage the body, make the person weaker so that they could be more controllable. Things like fluoride, chlorine in the water, mercury and aluminum in your food. All these things, when you ingest them, basically create heavy metal toxins in your body. And after a while, you become like a walking antenna. You become almost metallic. You pick up the ELF and microwave signals and scalar waves that are transmitted from satellites and cell phone towers, etc., so that you're constantly available for programming 24/7.
You experience this visceral belly fat, these skin tags, skin pigmentation, this buffalo hump, or water retention, this video could save your life. The foods that you're currently eating are controlled by 10 food companies. These food companies, like PepsiCo, also own Quaker, Fritos, and Lay's. These food companies make their products with added sugars, added salts, and other ingredients to make them more addictive than nicotine. By making these foods addictive, what it causes your body to do to be in a constant cycle of making the hormone insulin, causing your cells to resist that insulin, which causes you to store more and more body fat and leaves you feeling tired and hungry. This causes you to eat more and more of this food, and this process continues and continues. The insulin resistance that you develop is linked to almost every single disease that we see in modern day, such as prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and cancer. The reason they do this is because big food works directly with big pharma, an industry worth over $1 trillion. Big pharma funds big food, with the FDA even receiving payments from big pharma. So basically, big pharma pays big food to make you sick. I'm running out of time, so follow me for part 2 where I'll teach you exactly how to overcome this deadly system.
So here we go. This is that famous scripture right here, man. A lot of brothers use this, but this is the book of Sirach. This is chapter 30. We're going to start with verses 15 and 16. Okay, here we go. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. So they'll say, like, you hear strong body and stuff, you thinking, okay, yeah, that's the gym and all that. But then what was First Timothy going into? And we know, like I said, a lot of our Jakes back then, they were into that, they were into it, the gyms and all that, but it was like based off the customs of the heathen and everything. So they were going above and beyond. You see a lot of these jakes today, man, with the real big muscles. They showed us all, like this and stuff like that. You got some that even go as far as using the steroids and stuff like that, which that stuff is no good for you. And you just want to be careful, man. But a lot of this goes into like eating the right foods and the right the right foods, drinking the right water and stuff like it, because all water ain't good water too. You want to be careful. Brothers are putting out all types of information every day, man, on videos and stuff. We're telling you these last days knowledge will be increased, so we're learning, and as we learn, we begin to let go of bad habits, and sometimes bad habits can be bad foods, drinking bad water and things like, and beverages like sodas and stuff that's not good for you. You have all that sugar and stuff, so you want to be very, very careful, Jake. Okay. So but I eat things like I eat fish, man. I eat fish, of course, with the fins and scales, how it tells you to do so in the book of Leviticus. I eat baked chicken, turkey, stuff like that. That's, but I stay away from a lot of these meats, man, too, because it's getting out of hand out here, and I like my fruits. Like I just brought some juice out here with me. I got some strawberry mixed with guava. And I was raised in Puerto Rico, during my teenage years. So that's a fruit that grows out there, guava. I know the bats like to eat it a lot, out there. But guava is a good fruit, man. So I brought some of that out here and some water, because it's a very sunny day. It's kind of hot out here. So you want to make sure you stay hydrated and stuff like that. And of course, I drink spring water. I watch for those other waters. But I get natural spring water. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Like I said, I didn't really want this to be a long video, but I just want to go into that. Be careful, Jake. I know you go to these gyms, and there's some sincere brothers. And don't make your page, your social media page, all about the gym. If I go to your page, and there's no offense, I got some cool brothers I follow, but I see their pages, and it's like, it's nothing but the gym on there, man. It's all they doing is exercising on there. And it's like, they're not pushing any truth. So it's like, why am I following your page, man? You're not pushing any information or nothing or waking the people up. It's just, and they'll say, oh, well, go to my YouTube. And I'm like, well, okay, I can do that. But why am I following you on Instagram? Because I'm going to tell you, not everybody want to see that, man. Now if you want to do that for a specific audience, I think you should make 2 separate pages. Have a personal page where you're doing that, and you're showing people steps to do types of exercise. What's the purpose of posting those videos and doing that and showing the people? What's the real agenda behind that? Are you doing it to pick up females? Look at me, I'm in shape, get with me and all that? Or are you doing it being sincere? Maybe you trying to teach brothers like, hey, these are steps you can do to take care of your body. I don't know, but you should make it separate. Have 2 separate pages, and have one to where you repost it and showing information, man. Because you're gonna be, you gotta give account to everything you do down here, man. And I don't want to risk a chance of standing before Yahweh Shai, and he says, okay, what was you doing on Instagram? And then you like, well, I was showing exercise. And he's like, well, was you warning my people on there? Was you telling them that they Israelites? Was you, so you got to give account for everything. So keep that in consideration, man. I don't care what any other man says to you. Do what this book says, man. Okay? But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I got 2 videos here at the end. What's one, but it's a part 1, part 2, so I'm going to connect it. And you can just check it out. It's the chick that played on Friday. She was known as Felicia. And so check that out. And she puts out some really good information, about food and everything. So just take all this in, man, and just, let's do better. All right. So Lord willing, this video, man, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. And shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Until the next episode, shalom.
Buy like bullets, I don't think, or...
Food is the number one killer. Food is the number one killer. And I'll go so far as to say, Doctors be killing motherfuckers. The third leading cause of death is medical malpractice, is misdiagnosis of medicine. That is the third leading cause of death. And you get on this medicine to mask all these symptoms created by what you're putting in your body. And we're allowed to eat a lot of things that I was saying is banned in other countries. They're living longer in other countries because their governments are afraid of them. We're afraid of our government. So we accept garbage on the shelves. You go into the average American grocery store, nothing on the shelf is edible. Nothing should be consumed on any of it. Processed foods, and a lot of vegans are going to get in trouble because they're going from meat to this processed meat, and it's going to cause a lot of problems eventually, and it's going to come back on the vegan community as if, listen, your body is delicate. You are a delicate, beautiful machine. And when you overwork your insides, listen, your body is delicate. You are a delicate, beautiful machine. And when you overwork your insides, you become sick. We are really frutivores. I go 1 week out of the month, I eat only fruit, raw fruit. I'll eat an entire
In half a mile, turn left on Northwest 111th Street.
Mangoes, grapes, melon. And I clean my system out, and my energy shoots through the roof. People say, oh, we got fangs. That's been dispelled. The hippopotamus has the biggest fangs in the world, and they're herbivores. Well, my muscles, I need my protein. Where does the cow get his protein? Where does the horse get his protein? Where does the gorilla get his protein? Gorillas eat berries and twigs. And the gorilla could come through here and rip this whole place up. We have been indoctrinated in the church. And we have been led to believe that all we have to do is pray over our food.
Turn left on Northwest 111th Street.
That is 75% of the case. Oh, I just pray over my food. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna have my meat. Well,